Hello everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I'm going to use my bolster just a little bit. If you like to lay on something at the beginning of class, feel free to grab a pillow or cushion of some kind. You're going to need just a little bit of space to move though, and let's get started. So let's begin today laying down, and if you are going to lay on top of something, you can grab something. You may also make a diamond shape with your legs if you want to get into your hips. But really just finding a comfortable place to be for a few moments to allow yourself to settle in, to give you a chance to check in with your body, with your breath, and even taking a chance here to notice what thoughts might be on your mind in this very moment. And as you relax through your shoulders and you move around a little bit to find a comfortable place to be, what happens when you set any thoughts off to the side and try to listen to the next breath that you take? Try to actually hear it. You might feel your chest or your stomach rising as you breathe in. You might feel your back pressing into whatever you are laying on. And then as you breathe out with each exhale, soften, relax. Staying just like this for another breath or two. You might start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You might start to bring your knees back together if they are out wide. And if you are laying on top of something, you can sit up a little bit to take it out, slide it off to the side, come back to lay flat on your back. Take a moment to try to connect your low back to your mat. Maybe you need to lift your heels up. You can take a gentle rock of the knees side to side if it feels good. Giving your low back a gentle massage. And then we will be pulling our right knee in towards our chest. Give it a nice big hug. You can send your left leg out long if you'd like. Take a moment to relax your right ankle. Relax your foot, your toes. Breathe softness into that right hip. And then we will be twisting from here if you want to. You can take your right knee and let it fall across your body. Feel free to grab your pillow so your leg can rest on top of it. But turn those hips. Let the right hip lift. And then check in with your right shoulder. You might need to reach that arm out wide to weigh down your shoulder. And feel the twist. Maybe the hips. Maybe the neck if you turn your chin towards your right shoulder. We'll be using a big inhale to help us lift the right leg back up out of your twist. Hug your right knee back in towards your chest though. We're going to start to lift the foot up. Hang onto the back of the right leg somewhere. Send the heel higher. Try to point your toes towards your forehead. You might hold onto your foot, your calf. The back of your quad just lengthening through that right leg to feel a nice stretch there. For just another inhale, and then as you exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your foot all the way down and the left knee can come to the chest. Give it a big hug, maybe straighten your right leg out long. And take a moment to relax your left ankle. Relax your toes, just let it be completely, almost weightless. And take a breath for that left hip. Soften as much as you're able. And if you're going to be twisting, you can go there at any time, maybe grabbing your pillow to rest underneath your left knee. Maybe lifting that left hip up. Just checking in with the shoulders, keeping them both connected to your mat. The chin might turn towards the left side too. And then it's just you and your breath. If you are still in the twist and ready to come out, use an inhale to help you lift your leg back up, hugging your knee towards your chest again. You can start to find the length through the left leg now, sending that heel up. Maybe your knee stays fairly bent. Maybe the leg gets a little straighter. Just try to point your toes towards your forehead. Hang on to your leg wherever works best for you. Just here for a moment. Maybe one more inhale so that the exhale can help you bend your knee again. You might hug both of your knees towards your chest for a second or keep your feet planted. But if you want to rock side to side at all, go for it. We will eventually be making our way all the way up into tabletop onto our hands and knees. So whether you will be rocking forwards or rolling to one side, you can find tabletop whenever you are ready to do so. Once you get there, it might feel good to give the hips a bit of movement, a gentle rock side to side perhaps. And then we're going to start to walk our arms or our hands out in front. And then let's widen our hands as well. So maybe to the edges of the mat, maybe a little wider. Just find some length through your arms, keep your hips high, and then we'll melt it down. Just a puppy dog with some wider arms today. However, if you feel more of a stretch with your hands closer together, move them in. But if you're able here to rest your forehead, maybe you can try to rest your right cheek. Maybe you're able to feel some love through the neck here as you let your chest get heavier. And if you're resting a cheek, switch sides. Bring your other cheek down. Let your shoulders soften. Let the chest get heavier. Beautiful, you guys. Let's use an inhale to slowly lift back up. Lift the chest. Walk your hands back in under your shoulders. Maybe a little movement, a little rock side to side if you'd like. Just notice how you are feeling. What areas of your body are feeling extra love today? We'll be making our way into a lunge with our right foot forwards. If you do need some extra cushion for your back knee, you could roll your mat over or add something else that you have close by. But finding a lunge to get into that left hip and hip flexor, maybe even the top of the left quad if you're lucky, maybe the entire left quad if you're lucky. Take a moment to sink into the hips. Maybe looking down to your big toe or closing your eyes. And then we'll just maybe add a twist to this. So if your left hand wants to stay down, and you can turn your chest towards the right. Place your right hand on your knee, maybe start to look up. If the right arm wants to reach up, it can. Or maybe that right hand will find your low back or the outside edge of your left hip. You might still look up, but you might close your eyes too. And if you added the twist, just take another inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly come back. Bring your right hand down, come out of the twist. Send your hips back for a moment for a little half split. You might point your toes down though. Stretch your ankle, maybe even the shin a little bit as you drop your foot towards your mat. If you need more, drop your chest towards your knee. Awesome, you guys. Bending into the front knee just so that you can plant your hands and come back into your tabletop. If you need a gentle rock of the hips, take it. You can start to switch sides. Left foot forwards for our lunge when you're ready. Sinking into the hips, maybe adding or rolling your mat over for your back knee. But take a moment to really focus on that right hip and hip flexor, that right leg. Find a breath that you can send into that right hip. And if you want to take that twist, your right hand can stay planted. Turn your chest slowly towards the left. Maybe start to gaze up The left arm wants to move, reach up. Maybe it comes to your low back to add that left shoulder in. Maybe it comes to the outside of your right hip. Just breathe. And let's stay for one more inhale if you're twisting. And let the exhale help you come back out. Send those hips back just enough to come out of the hip stretch and find the hamstring. Maybe dropping your toes and the ball of your foot down. Maybe dropping your chest as well. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale. Bend into your front knee a little bit and find your tabletop again. Maybe a gentle rock of the hips side to side. Shake things out a little. Eventually, though, we can cross our ankles and sit down. We're going to start in butterfly. We won't be here long, but bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. Make a diamond shape with your legs. Taking an inhale to lengthen through the spine and maybe adding a tip forwards. And if you are tipping forwards, use an inhale to slowly lift back up. Not here long at all. If you choose to stay, you can though. If you want to bring your legs out wide though and find a wide straddle, you could also do that. But feel free to stay in butterfly if you'd like. But you might point your toes up to whatever is above you. Take another inhale to length wherever your legs happen to be right now. Lengthen your spine. And then maybe a tip forwards. We'll spend just a few more moments here. So wherever you happen to be, you can enjoy some time here. Just letting your shoulders fall from your ears. Feeling the love through the legs. And maybe you're able to hear your breath again. Tune everything else out. You are folding forwards. Let an inhale lift your chest back up when you're ready. You can bring your hands to your knees and help your legs come back together. Maybe a squeeze of the legs, a hug. We will be laying down again. So you can make your way onto your back. If you've got a pillow close by, you might slide it underneath your knees. And laying down. Bringing your feet out a little wider. Bringing your arms to your sides. And letting your palms face up, you might turn your chin towards your left shoulder. And then slowly bring it back up and turn it towards your right shoulder. And then rolling your head back up. And settling right into your shavasana. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.